Hello, hello, hello. I'm the African witch bitch hoodoo. I'm going to teach you guys a little hoodoo trick, okay? This is something that that is very, very convenient if you're ever doing any type of sweetening work. If you want to sweeten that job interview, you want to sweeten your court case your favor towards you. You want to sweeten them damn kids so that they can stop cussing and yelling and fighting and shit, terrorizing each other so that you have to step in and be the mediator every 30 seconds and can't get nothing done. You want to sweeten your grimy ass coworkers. You want to sweeten a situation or a person near you. I am not talking about doing love work. I do not support, condone, or teach people how to manipulate other people's energy so that you can spiritually rape them. If that's not what they want, don't do it. If they do want you, you won't need a spell to do it. But if you're talking about something like a job interview, a court case, family members, maybe two family members got you pulled in the middle of something and you want them to squash the beef and get along. Not in a romantic sense, but just because. Or maybe you and your husband are fussing and going through a rough patch. And I'm not saying that it's wrong to do it, but if he know that you're doing it and you know that he's doing it, both of y'all can carry one of these. And I'm going to show you what it is, baby. It's a mini honey jar. Okay. Now, people have asked me over a while, I think maybe a year ago or so, they asked me would I start selling honey jars on the AWB Botanica. And I said, well, I teach you guys how to make them yourself. But I got confirmation probably a few weeks ago that miniaturized honey jars would be, very beneficial for some people. And these already have the herbs inside them. All you have to do is open them up and drop your petition paper or picture inside the jar. Now, if you're doing a picture, you write down on the back of the picture what you want your target to do or what you want the outcome of the spell to be. If it's a petition paper, same thing, name of your target and what you want the outcome to be. Stick it in here. The honey jars are filled with enough room for you to put your petition paper inside, and it heats up with your body heat. You can hold it in your hands. You can stick it inside your boobage. You can put it in your pocket. You can carry it in your purse. If you're going on a job interview, you can carry it with you. It won't set off any security cameras because it's made out of glass. And these are very small, very convenient. A lot of people ask me, they're like, AWB, the bigger the jar, the more inner. No, it isn't. No, it's all about your intent for the spell. You can use something small like this. You can use a baby food jar. You can use anything, but it's all about your intent that you put into the spell. I always tell you that. So this is what you would do. If you purchase one of these, I have them available for a very cost-effective price at the AWB Botanica. But like I always say, if you can find it cheaper, which I doubt, because I definitely haven't seen that shit, buy it there. But this is what you're going to do when you're going to open it up. You're going to put your petition or picture inside. You're going to close it. You're going to burn a candle on top, depending on what you're doing. These specifically that I have available on the AWB, I have two kinds that are available. I have for court case and I have for reconciliation of a relationship, like siblings fighting, your auntie and you not getting along, you and your husband, etc., etc. I have those two available on the AWB website. You open it up, and if you're doing a court case, you would burn an orange candle or a green and orange candle, chime candle or taper. If you're doing for people to get along that are family members, you will burn a blue. If you're doing for love interest, you and your husband carrying one of these together because y'all want to sweeten y'all relationship. You know what I mean? Or he know you're doing it or you know he doing it. You would carry a red or a pink, okay? You would burn a red or a pink. These are so small that if they will heat up with your body heat just by holding it in your hand. Normally, I would tell y'all to put it on the stove and boil it, not boil the jar, but heat it up a little bit and toss it. Well, you don't even have to do that when they're this small because even if you were to touch this one right now, it's really, really warm because I've been holding it and carrying it in my bosom area. And each each jar that you get from me has a piece of honeycomb in it. I don't know if y'all can see that. I know you see the herbs, but inside has a piece of honeycomb inside. The old school mamas, you see that? The old school big mamas believe that if you got a piece of honeycomb and put it inside, that would boost your spell. So always remember that. And just know that honey jars, from a historical standpoint, was some serious business because the captive Africans in this country were not allowed to have honey. Honey was for the white people. Honey was for the elite, for the rich. Even poor white people didn't have honey. It was a delicacy. So if you just so happen to luck up and find a honeycomb and you got you a piece of that honeycomb and you got you some of that honey, you better not let nobody know. You know what I'm saying? That's history. And if you found it on anybody's property, it belonged to them. So even if you were walking around master's property working or whatever, and you came across a honeycomb, you better tell somebody what you found, and you better not touch it. Because not only would you get your ass stung, you know how bees are territorial, you would get your ass whooped for stealing. So they kept these very secret when they used them. And it's an honor and a privilege, because we stand on their shoulders for us to even be able to work with these. So I want you guys to remember that. Don't ever sit up in this practice. And I know I'm off subject, but don't ever sit up in this practice and think that it is a right or an entitlement. You know what I'm saying? No, there's people that died for us to have this practice, and you can't practice without and do spell work and do certain rituals without honoring them for their sacrifice. Okay. Many honey jars available on the AWB website, whether it be for court case work, whether it be for, and when I say court case, I'm not talking about only just going to court. I'm talking about job interview. That's a world opener type of thing that has to do with money, where somebody has to make a decision over your life type thing. Academic probation, your kid's fucking up in college, and you don't want to forfeit all that money that he or you spent or she spent for all them classes. So he's going before the board, carry one of these. Going to court exactly for whatever the reason may be. Now, if you're doing love work, your auntie and you is mad at each other. Your mama and your sister's mad at each other. You sick of being in the middle. Your kids is fussing too much. You and your husband need to strengthen up your bond. You would get the same type of jar, but you would use different herbs. And I have both available on the AWB website. So thank you guys very much for being here. Please remember to honor the tradition. If you don't remember nothing else that I say, honor the tradition, okay? I will talk to you guys soon. I am the African Witch Bitch Hoodoo practitioner, you guys. And it is an honor to serve you. It's an honor to teach you. And it's an honor just for you guys fucking with me. And I truly do not take it lightly, okay? I will talk to you guys soon. Ashe.